A day will come in every life when appreciation is rendered, and this should be taken seriously and given with love and tender. Anyone who deserves appreciation must have done something great, so share with them the way you feel and always treat them right. But keep in mind that appreciation should be given again and again. If you truly appreciate, you remind them how great they've been. Do something special to thank the ones who made a difference to you. But don't forget to thank them again for everything they do.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
It's just this, big Western cowboy boot wearing kind of guy. He reminded me a lot of Teddy Roosevelt. And he's kind of like that. He does a little bit of everything. So that's pretty cool.
When I first interviewed here for an instructor position, Mr. Walker pulled me aside after the interview, took me into his office, and talked to me about the way the department was run and the way campus worked and what the committees were and that kind of information. So I kind of felt like I belonged even before I had a job here.
So I'm gonna really miss Mr. Walker. Awesome teacher. This guy would just show up to class, do your homework. It was amazing. If you had problems with your papers, he would actually help you out. I love that fact. I haven't had a teacher that actually cares as much as what he did with his English.
I think for his retirement, a quote that I would give to him is that to get back in the saddle again and ride off in the sunset and have a great adventure in retirement.
Passing out a handout to you guys. I'm not going to pass these notes out yet because if I pass the notes out to you, you have the answers and you would cheat. So, also this thing doesn't have audio, so I can say whatever I want to you guys and nobody's going to know. Well, I mean, it probably does, but he's going to edit it out, so. So I should still probably watch it.
So I like that she's witty. I feel like we have maybe a similar sense of humor, and so sometimes it's kind of dry but funny. And so I don't know, that she's always giggling. In fact, this morning, I don't know what she was watching over there in her office or what, I don't know what she was doing, but she was laughing and laughing and laughing. So I like that she brings to our office a lot of laughter and humor, and she's fun. She's serious when she has to be serious, but she's just fun to hang out with.
I would completely credit Miss Hoover with my interest in sociology. Now I'm transitioning towards just my major in communications to having a minor in sociology. And I 100% credit her with instilling that passion again in me. And so I'm definitely going to miss her bubbly personality and the way that she always smiles and the fact that it took maybe a week to memorize my name and who I was and what I was into. So I hope the rest of Garden City Community College will miss Brogan Hoover so much, but definitely wish the best of luck to her, and we're definitely so happy for her.
I don't know, I feel like my favorite quality of Mr. Nonhoff was his ability to take a subject that was already, extremely abstract, the idea of biology and science, and kind of boil it down and turn it into something that everyone can kind of understand. And he'd do this best by doing like dad jokes about it. Like there's one about yeast that would always crack me up, that you'd take yeast on a date and you'd go to get pizza and you'd go and buy half the pizza. Yeast would only eat a single slice of pizza and already be full because it couldn't metabolize anymore. Something to that effect, but he was pretty good at making these subjects pretty relatable by just the way that he talked and the way that he taught. And it's kind of a bummer that he's going, but
he really seemed like he was the type of teacher that really enjoyed his job. Like you could tell that he loved his job because he would always make jokes about it, like, when you go out to a date or something, you're gonna talk about biology, and he's always cracking jokes like that. And I don't see anyone else doing or that enjoys his job as much as he does. So that's one of the things I really like about him.
Mr. Nanoff, who's been here longer than I have, and I've been here for 20. I mean, Mr. Nanoff, he's just reliable. He's always around. He's just, I mean, you can count on him to do everything that you need to get done. He's got a bunch of knowledge in areas that I would never even ask about. But the one thing I remember, we had watched a movie. I can't remember what movie it was, but we started talking about tanks, and from World War I, World War II, and he just started rattling off all this stuff about tanks. And they sent me an email on a website that I could go to and learn more about it, because we both enjoy stuff like that. So there's been a lot of things, but that's one thing that really sticks out.
He messes around a lot in class. Like, he tells a lot of jokes and he likes burning people, is what he says. Like, he'll be like, "Oh, dude, that's a burn." But then when you burn him back, he just laughs about it and he's like, "That's a good one." And he's not very strict about like getting the exact answer, more like how to do it type of thing. He likes the concept more instead of than the actual like numbers. Yeah, I'm gonna miss him. He's funny. Plus he makes chemistry a lot easier.
Mr. Vatapalli, you are an amazing teacher. Words can't even explain how much dedication you have towards your students, and I really appreciate everything that you did for us, and I really learned a whole lot from you, and I think that the school is gonna miss you for your teaching methods and what you've done to help the students improve on their chemistry skills. Thank you so much.
He loved the students. Everything about his like teachings, I guess, and everything. He wanted the students to be great. He wanted everyone to do well in the class, and he cared about each and every one of us.
Dr. Vatapalli, well, he's very, very passionate about teaching. Just loves to teach you. He's always got students in extra hours coming in, before school, after school. So he loves to teach. His culture, they believe in karma. So when he eats, he has to sit a certain direction. There's all sorts of things that are different about their culture. So I've learned a lot of things about his culture, about what's good karma and what's bad karma. So it's very interesting when we do something that he doesn't like. He tells us our karma is going to be bad for that. Dr. Vatapalli likes to say done deal, okay? And here's what everybody needs to know. If he says done deal, it doesn't happen. So if you have him later, if he says done deal, it's probably not going to happen. Mr. Lee, a lot like Dr. Vatapalli, he loves to teach, very passionate about what he does. I've learned every time I've got a question about anatomy, something goes wrong with me or my kids, I start asking him about, hey, here's what's going on, I got this ache in my back, what do you think? He went on a trip to Australia years and years ago, and when he came back, he always says, no worries. He adapted that, and he's used it for 10, 12 years.
I had Terry Lee as a science instructor for one semester. I had him for human anatomy. My favorite part of the class is when we went into the human dissection lab, or the cadaver lab. We were practicing with the bodies, and I learned a lot with the hands-on experience and being able to connect a name with a certain muscle. In Terry Lee's class, it felt more like a college atmosphere. He was very lenient on attendance and phones, but at the same time you still learned, and it was up to you on if you wanted to be in class, and if you were in class it was a good experience and you learned quite a bit. He will be missed.
He's been a good friend. I'll call him a friend because when I came here there were some things that were new to me, so I needed to talk to him for him to brief me on what is going on in the department. He's been here for like 30 years.
Okay.
Yeah. And he was patient to take me through all the stuff, what I need to do to be a successful instructor. But hopefully we'll get somebody who can match up.
Yeah.
She has come in with experience. I was actually here when she started, and she came in with some experience from other institutions, and so that just having a different vantage point has helped a lot. She's also, just on top of being a great colleague to work with, she's also been a good friend. Her knowledge set that she brings forth, and that she wants the best ultimately for the students, and brings that, again, that nice variety of knowledge, not just from here but from other places, and different work experiences. That has been a wonderful asset.
Thank you, Amy, for everything you've done for us nurses. I think all the information and teaching you've done for us is really going to help us in our career. You are going to be missed, and I'm glad I could share your last semester here with us at Gccc.
And thank you for sharing all your knowledge with us and everything you taught us and the passion you have for nursing. We will keep that always in our hearts and hope you have fun in your next adventure.
Wayne, I'm gonna spend the next 5 years looking for that roller decks that we lost. We'll miss you greatly, and you'll always be my bestie.
Oh, I'm gonna miss him. I've known him for about 10 years now. And he's been an instructor here before I came to work here, and I knew him when he was there, or when he was here. So yeah, he's gonna be missed. There's no doubt about it. He is unique as instructors come. I wanna wish him well, and make sure he understands that we understand that he earned his retirement and he's going to take it. So I'm glad that he got it. I'm glad he's retiring. I hope he does well in any endeavor that he takes on, and maybe come back and see us every once in a while.
I met Laura Guy, when I was fresh out of high school, a confused high school student, didn't know what I wanted to do, didn't know what I was doing in college, enrolled in a class of hers, and one day I get the dreaded "see me in my office after class" note on my paper. This can't be good, I think. It actually was the best thing that ever happened. She offered me a scholarship, I accepted the scholarship, and then for the next 3 years, she was my second mom. She kicked my butt, challenged me, pushed me to challenge myself, to work harder, to achieve things that I didn't think I could do in the classroom setting, and continued to push me as I went through the program here, graduated, went to the University of Kansas. We always kept in touch as I went through the journalism program there, and she always challenged me, always pushed me, always motivated me, and it was the best thing that could have happened to me then as an 18-year-old to have had her come into my life. And she's definitely going to be missed a whole lot, and she's meant wonders for the program here, and it's wonders for me, that I've grown up and been relatively successful, and here I am today.
I've learned a lot from Laura. It doesn't just stick with school. She's taught me a lot just about life in general. I couldn't imagine starting out with anyone else. I wouldn't want to start my adult career with anyone else, so I'm really grateful to have had her. I want to keep Laura's legacy alive. She's amazing, and so I guess what I'll do is I'll just do everything that I did when she was here. I'll call her all the time, ask her for advice. I'll miss Laura with all my heart, and I hope she is happy wherever she is and knows that we all love her.
I think one of the biggest things she taught me is to have a backbone, not just with journalism, but anything in life. I think if it wasn't for that, I would still be that pushover kid that she found in high school. And she taught me never to settle. Just do the best you can do. It's not just a matter of getting it done, it's be the best and then some. It's never just settling.
Her enthusiasm to teach, I could tell from day one she was going to be a great teacher because of how active she was. She was very proactive, hands-on with the student. She pretty much did anything to help you to understand her material.
Ms. Wenzel, I appreciate you. You the best. You're like my mom. I love you. Now, congratulations on your new promotion, and I wish my younger brother was to take your class because you really did teach that class like a champ.
Mr. Terpstra, you are an amazing teacher, and I really appreciate everything that you did for us and how you pushed us to the best of our abilities. I learned a lot from you, and congratulations to becoming dean.
He made sure a lot of the students understood what they're learning in the math class, and especially for me, it helped out a lot just because I'm not exactly the best at math. So with that help that Terpstra gave me, I was able to pass math and continue on my college career. I'm really thankful for that.